With a name like Project Metalbeast, I was expecting some sort of robot, like the Terminator or RoboCop, but it's actually a werewolf movie. Yeah, so how do we go from a normal werewolf to a metal one? Well, let's find out. When it opens up, we learn about Operation Lycanthropus, a secret government program trying to control werewolves to make them superior combat agents. Guess what? It doesn't work. Everyone knows you can't control a werewolf. Two guys go into this old creepy church and eventually get attacked by the monster. While it feasts on one of the poor guys, another one shoots him with a silver bullet and starts to drain its blood. Now at some secret operations center, we learn a little bit more about what's going on here. The leader of the project, Miller, played by Bostwick, and Butler, the guy from the beginning, are talking to the main doctor, who's working with the blood, hoping that they can make their own werewolf army. The doctors are taking their time, making sure to get everything right while testing the blood. They've injected it into a few test subjects, but the body treats it like an infection, and when it can't fight it, it swells up and dies. However, it does seem to randomly work because Butler grows impatient and injects the blood into himself. At first, everything seems to be going okay. His senses are enhanced, he can see better in the dark, hear people talking in other rooms, and even smell people's blood. However, all this comes with extreme anger issues and a werewolf makeover. After killing a bunch of scientists, Miller comes in and shoots the beast with silver bullets, which stops him and turns him back to a human, where he's put on ice for 20 years. So now, it's the 90s. And we meet Dr. Ana de Carlos. She's the lead doctor working on a new life-saving medical surgery that involves replacing the skin with something they call bioferrule. The bioferrule could change the world. It could help burn victims, cure skin cancer, and so on. But it isn't perfect. As it is right now, when they put it on the body, it hardens, making the skin tougher than steel. Project Metalbeast. Now we know where this is going. We see some other people in our group, but really no one matters until later. Just know that Miller is still in charge of the facility, and he has the perfect test specimen for them to try this bioferrule on. That's right, Butler. Anna and her team aren't ready for human testing, but Miller insists and really gives them no choice, opting to take away their funding if they don't do the surgery. But they think he's dead, so other than some moral and ethical choices, it can't hurt anything, right? Well, wrong. This movie spends so much time talking about if they should work on him. They wonder, how did he die? Who was this man before he died? Oh, who really cares? It's just filler. I mean, we the audience know that he's a werewolf, and I guess that would be nice to know before doing some test operation on him, but still, get to the good stuff. Let's see that operation. And eventually, they get to it. They take a rather large chunk of skin off of him and replace it with the bioferrule, and it looks to be a success. As they continue working, replacing all of his skin, they notice inorganic material in his chest, the silver bullets. As soon as they remove him, he starts to come back to life. They try to terminate the experiment, but it's too late. His body temp is increasing, and he's starting to bleed from the bullet wounds. Butler has come back to the land of the living. After the experiment went horribly wrong, General Hammond goes to have a talk with Miller, who of course denies knowing anything, and suggests to call the creature an it, because he knows what it is. Later on, he goes to visit his old friend and shows him photos of him attacking and killing the doctors in the 70s, which triggers Butler, and Miller thinks he has him under his control. But we know better. Now they try to inject it, but the needle won't go in. The skin is just too strong. His brain activity is starting to spike as well, meaning he's coming to and remembering his past. They take his fingerprints, and Anna goes to Debbie, the IT computer nerd of the movie. It was the 90s. Remember, every movie had a hacker in it.
I'm not a computer nerd. I prefer to be called a hacker.
They try to learn more about who he was, but of course, his files are all blocked. Back in the lab, Butler is starting to transform, and he takes his next victim. Everyone comes running in a bit too late, and Miller casually covers up a bloody footprint. The team is now down a man, but more importantly, where is the Metalbeast? While they all search for him, Anna takes a detour into Miller's office, where she finds a gun and some silver bullets. You would think that these would come in handy later, but not really. The team goes out searching the halls for Butler, and we see one of those cool drinking birds just chilling out, doing its thing. He's not bothering anyone. And it's gone. That's it. This beast must be stopped. You can kill a human being. You can kill other werewolves. But the second you kill a novelty desk toy, well, that's just unforgivable. They do eventually manage to subdue the creature by blasting it with a fire extinguisher, okay? And strap him down to the gurney. But again, they can't get a needle into his skin, so they have to give him an injection in the eye. That's gonna hurt. Well, when the guy goes to inject him, he's so nervous that he drops the syringe, giving Metalbeast time to escape and attack him. Knowing they can't subdue the creature any longer, their only option is to kill it. So Philip starts melting down silver to make bullets. Or, I guess, rockets, while Anna runs around trying to not get eaten alive. More people are found dead. Hammond and Miller talk, which results in Hammond getting shot by Miller, and eventually eaten by a fully transformed Metalbeast. Miller catches up with the rest of the group, which has been dwindling down to just Anna, Debbie, and Philip. Miller sees what they're doing and doesn't want his creation killed, so the girls run away, and Phil stands in his way, only to get shot. The girls manage to break into an abandoned part of the facility. They were told it was destroyed in a fire, but now they can see this is where Miller is keeping his old test subjects. Just as Anna is about to destroy the lab, Miller shows up to stop them. But then, Metalbeast comes in to stop him. It seems he hasn't forgotten that Miller was the one who shot him, and he gets his revenge. The creature follows after the girls, and Anna fires a silver rocket at him, but misses and blows up the wall behind her, knocking him out, but also rebar goes through her foot. Oh man, after an injury like that, she's not going to be running away. Oh, wait. I guess she's just fine because she takes off and the beast follows after her. They run around the basement of the facility, filling time because this movie hasn't quite hit the hour-and-a-half mark yet. Eventually, the beast catches up, and it looks like it's all over for Anna. But luckily, there's a live wire just hanging there. She shocks the beast, and Debbie, yeah, Debbie, you forgot about her, huh? She shoots him with a rocket, but it doesn't blow up. The Metalbeast pulls it out, unharmed, which I thought it was silver and that should have at least stopped him, but it doesn't matter because Philip comes back with the last rocket. Anna fires it, and Metalbeast explodes into a million pieces. As the trio leave the facility for good, a chunk of bioferrin falls off of Philip and starts to move. And that was Project Metalbeast. And I have to say, the fact that it was a werewolf movie was a nice little surprise. A little strange that it takes place in a lab and not in the woods, and that there's no shots of a full moon, but they were trying for something different. I am a little disappointed that the Metalbeast was never kicked in the balls, so we'll never know if Wolfman's got nards.
Wolfman's got nards!
But that's okay. Speaking of the creature, he was played by Kane Hodder, who's more famous for playing another brute, Jason Voorhees, which is pretty cool. Barry Bostwick also did a good job as Miller, a lot different than his role Brad in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. My only complaint would be more technical. Sometimes the sound would be really quiet, and then the music would come on and blast your eardrums. There's also a lot of filler about all the ethical reasons they should or shouldn't operate on him, and working with human cadavers that slowed down the pace a bit. In the end, Project Metalbeast was okay. Nothing special. The suit looked pretty cool, and the story was different. If you're bored and you want a 90s twist on a werewolf movie, then give it a watch. I give it 2 drinking birds out of 4.
I will not work here until it is sprinkled with holy water.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute, holy water? How are we going to get that?
How do I know? Call the priest, the bishop, and the Pope send it FedEx.